Hey, tea sippers. Welcome back to the Gossip Tea channel where we sip, spill, and serve all kinds of tea, all different flavors of tea. So, whichever flavor you want, I got you. But we're about to get into some tea. So, let me share my screen. hmm Because we have some tea to talk about. All right. So, let's get into this. Let's get straight into it. And also, before we get into it, before we start sipping some tea, please like, subscribe to this channel, because you're gonna like this content. I mean, who doesn't like some good old tea? Okay, so please subscribe to the channel, like and comment below throughout this video, um, because that helps YouTube to let other people know that you guys like this content. So if other people like you like to sip tea and like this type of content, it can let them know to bring them back to our channel, and that helps our algorithm. Okay, so please subscribe, like, and comment throughout the video. Okay, and I also like to read you guys comments. If you ever want to join me on one of our tea sipping videos, let me know. Drop it in the comments, or you can DM me. Doesn't matter. All right, so let's get into it. Now we're about to sip some tea. All right, so check it out. Khalid outed as gay online by former lover. Singer responds and confirms his sexuality. So let's read. Let's get into the tea. Let's all right, so let's sit. According to the man he was dating, Khalid for an unknown amount of time. However, when they broke up, Khalid allegedly accused him of breaking into his home. Excuse me. Khalid did not comment on the break-in story, but did inform fans he was indeed gay, though his sexuality was solely his business. Messy. All right, so let's get into it. I know it's another slide. So now this is the ex-boyfriend, Hugo de Almonte or Almonte. I was dating this dumb ASS singer. He's ugly, has FUCK, but he tried to set me up and lie and say I broke into his house because I broke up with him. Like, why would I go to your house and do all of that if I broke up with your dumb ASS? So pretty much she outed him because he posted this picture. He said, BA lied and said that I broke into his house because I didn't want him. And so he has a picture posted with Khalid. Oh, wow. And so Khalid responds and he says, I got outed and the world still continues to turn. Let's get this straight. Laughing my A off. I am not ashamed of my sexuality. In reality, it ain't nobody's business, but I am okay with me. Love y'all. Then he goes to say, there y'all go. Next topic, please. LOL. So tea sippers, let me know how you guys feel about this. So let's get into the comments. Somebody say, hey, he was outed, but it wasn't a secret. Beautifully handled. Story will be dead by Monday. Never let a bitch spray you with your own tea by Miss Funky Deneva. What he thought this was supposed to do. Nobody thought he was straight. Okay, so let me tell you guys a little random story. So Khalid, I'm a fan of his music. I love that song Location. That stays on my playlist. Okay, I play that from time to time. It's a vibe. But the other day, randomly, a few weeks ago, it was not that long ago. I promise you, it had to be in about 2 to 3 weeks ago, tops. And randomly, I'm just thinking about Khalid, maybe because he popped up on my screen, or I don't know, because his music popped up. I don't know, whatever the case is. You know how, I love to get to the tea. I was like, I really don't know too much about Khaled. So, me being nosy, I was like, let me go to his Wikipedia, just see, let's go to personal life. Okay, we go straight to personal life on Wikipedia. Okay, raise your hand in the comments if you go straight to personal life. And also early life sometimes gives you a lot of tea as well. Okay. But personal life sometimes is really juicy and it gives you a lot of tea. So it's either personal life or early life. Okay. But anywho, I went to his personal life and everything, his early life. It really didn't give me anything, but it was something about Khaled. I was like, I wonder, so then I went to Google. I was like, Khaled's girlfriend. I'm like, what's up with his romantic life? Is he single or what's the tea? So me being nosy, nothing popped up when I typed in Khaled girlfriend. I just wanted to know, was he single? Was he dating? Has he dated anybody in the industry or anything? And nothing popped up. Crickets, okay? Crickets. So then I just moved on. I'm like, oh, he's a very private person. So he doesn't have any tea out there. Nobody knows, okay? So now this comes out. What you guys think? Are you surprised or did you kind of know? Because me with Khaled, I was just kind of like, I'm something about him. Even like when I watch his performances and interviews and things like that, I really didn't know what to think. But I just thought that it was something about him. I just did not know exactly what that something was, but it was something about him. All right. So I guess the psychic in me, I'm not a psychic, but I don't know what it was, but I definitely was Googling him a few weeks ago, and now this comes out. Okay? Crazy. A lot of people, the majority of people are not surprised. We knew this. He was only lying to himself. Well, I don't think he was lying to himself. He said that it was nobody's business, honey. So, were you ever going to come out with it, Khaled? Or were you just going to try to be like allegedly Luther Vandross? Allegedly. Because Patti LaBelle, if you go to her Wikipedia, or Luther Vandross Wikipedia, Patti LaBelle has some tea, okay, about Luther Vandross on his Wikipedia page. So, allegedly, I still say allegedly. But Khaled, was he ever going to come out? Or was he able to keep this very private because he's not really a mainstream singer? Now, he has a mainstream hit, Location, and maybe he has some other popular songs, but I know mainly of Location. I love that song. Maybe he was able to keep his personal life really private, because I feel like if he was really like a popular singer, somebody who was always on social media, like for example Glorilla, I don't think that Glorilla is able to really have such a private personal life. I don't. Like anybody that she'll date, we're gonna know about it. Now, if Glorilla is dating somebody, she's keeping it under wraps really good. But I just feel like it's harder for her. It's harder for her. Lotto, for example, Meg the Stallion, for example, Cardi B. Okay. So for Khaled, I feel like he was able to keep this on the low key because he's not quite as, popular on social media. Okay. So now he has every right to keep his business. But I just want to know, was he ever going to come out and actually say what a lot of people were thinking based off these comments? Okay. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. We're about to move right along. All right. So let's get into LisaRaye. So let's play this video.
You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing. She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, And so, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, And she was right.
How did you find that out?
I had checked the manifest of my plane because we owned a plane. And so when you check that list, it says all the people that have rolled on the plane. And she didn't ride on it with me, and nor did she receive an invitation from me. So if you had a girlfriend that has her own island, I would think that you would call and say, hey, girl, I'm coming, because I was getting everybody to come. So why you would accept an invitation from him and you don't even know him is unbeknownst to me. I don't know how that could happen. Do you? I guess not.
I never owned a private plane or
not that part.
No, I don't know. Meaning, yes, this is too rich for me. The manifest of the list, like, damn. So you saw her name on the list,
and I tried to call her, and at first she said, no, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I have not been. And it was like, well, wait a minute, and then I called again, and then she stopped answering the phone. So at the time she was dating, at this time,
Michael
when
Strahan?
I found out, she was dating Michael Strahan. So I called him and I said, hey, do you know anything about this? And, we talked or whatever. And I said, well, let me send you a tape that I have of proof, And so I did.
What tape? What was on the tape?
It was a tape of her and Michael where she was dropping Michael off at the private airport in her car. And they opened the gate and they pulled up to the plane, and she gets out and he gets out, and I go, oh, I didn't know y'all knew each other. And I'm going to leave it right there because that part is my business. The other part is someone else's business, which I've never, would speak on. But for me, that was enough. It was like, wow, I'm going to whoop your ass.
LisaRaye, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
No.
I'm
Hey,
sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
That's just how much I was just like, what, bitch? You don't do that. Friends don't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that I would think an enemy would do, or somebody that I just don't know. But someone that you have to watch your girl. Where I come from, south side of Chicago, that's an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping. Period. I just had too many other things going on, but I can't say that I didn't try to get her.
You tried to fight Nicole Murphy?
I tried to. She did some old dumb shit, and I was like, who you talking to? And I had to let her know that I am not the one or the two. Because I'm not. I am not at all that ever.
When you told Michael Strahan, did he break up with her immediately?
No.
Do you think he believed you? Well, you have the evidence.
Had to, right.
You have the evidence.
But that's one of those things that when you're in a relationship, you and your partner try to figure out, is this worth us breaking up? Or is, and I'm sure that they did that, so that was them, and it didn't make Michael and I break up either, you know what I mean? But it added to the things that I was dealing with. And for me, it was just like, yeah, this is all too much. I don't have to go through any of this. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to him. If you want to be with someone else or you want to be with everyone else, do that without me.
You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
All right, you guys. So LisaRaye details learning former friend and professional homewrecker. Oh, wow. Allegedly, Nicole Murphy was sleeping with her husband and says she almost told Nicole's ASS up. Okay. So she opens up about learning with her former friend, Nicole Murphy, that she was having an affair with her then husband. It says when she tried calling Nicole to confront her, Nicole stopped answering her calls. So the next best thing was to send proof to Nicole's then fiance, Michael Strahan. Okay, so what do you guys think about this hot piping tea? This is some hot tea right here, okay? And LisaRaye, first of all, I seen this whole interview with Carlos King and LisaRaye. It was so good, okay? LisaRaye, I learned so much more about her. First and foremost, she's freaking beautiful. She does not age. She is 57 years old. Like 57 where? Like she doesn't age at all. Okay. LisaRaye definitely gives me Diamond from the Players Club all day long. She does not play. Okay. You could tell by her facial expressions how she was explaining the story. She said she's not the one or the two. She does not play. Okay. I would not play with LisaRaye. I would not play with her. I would not play with her. Not at all. LisaRaye, if you see that interview, she is very real. She's authentic. That I love her storytelling. She seems like a cool, like homegirl next door. You know, she gives you those vibes. Like you could just talk to her about anything. She's so down to earth, but she is not the one to be played with. And I really realized throughout that interview that she truly lives up to Diamond. Diamond in the Players Club did not play, but she was about her business. Okay. And LisaRaye definitely gives that. So what do you guys think about Nicole Murphy though? Like, did you read, like you slept with her husband and you're supposed to be her friend, girl? Really? It's just, and then LisaRaye has videos. She sent it to Michael Strahan. She said that Michael Strahan did not break up with Nicole Murphy right away. This is just messy. To the private plane, she sees Nicole's name on the list. And I mean, this is just so messy. She said she tried to get her. She tried to lay them paws on Nicole Murphy. Okay. She said, I tried to get her, though. I tried to get her. That reminds me of Diamond when Diamond found her cousin in the bed with her man. Come on, y'all. Come on now. Come on. This is crazy. So, Nicole Murphy, we need for her to stand up. We need to hear her side of the story. Okay. Are you going to take up for yourself, girl? Because I know you've seen this circling around on social media. Like, what are you going to say? Are you going to respond to this? But I don't think she's going to respond because she knows LisaRaye is not the one to be played with. And LisaRaye gives me that she is not lying. Okay. Because she's too specific. Like when somebody tells a story and it's too specific, like too many details, you're like, you're not just going to get that out of a hat. You know what I'm saying? You're not just going to make no stuff up like that. So it's giving Nicole Murphy. And her ex-husband was like he's like a prince or something like that. And so he had money. And LisaRaye in the interview, she goes, she wasn't in love with him. And she said when she met him and found out that he was a prince, she saw dollar signs. She admitted this in the interview. She's very real. She's very candid. And I have a different respect level for LisaRaye. She's not sugarcoating anything. So, and Nicole Murphy she loves money too. Okay. She was with Eddie Murphy. She has all these kids with Eddie Murphy. I mean, and we all heard some stories about Eddie Murphy. I'm not going to get into it about Eddie Murphy, but he has a history. And I'm pretty sure, he probably played around on Nicole Murphy. Okay. We're not going to get into that tea, but you guys know what I'm trying to say, okay? But we're not going to get into that tea. But there's a whole lot of tea about Eddie Murphy out here in these streets. I'm just saying. So I'm pretty sure Nicole Murphy has experienced infidelity, allegedly. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Eddie Murphy, you know, all the women wanted him. Eddie Murphy was hot in the 80s and the early 90s, honey. And he rings dollar signs, okay? Ching, 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 ching. So you know they tried him. So my whole thing is this. And also just not, even if she never experienced that with Eddie Murphy, which I find it hard to believe, but say she never even experienced that, why do you want to be the woman? First of all, what type of friend are you? I wouldn't trust you. I wouldn't trust you. Okay. What type of friend are you? And then you sleep with her husband. Not, it's wrong to even mess around with somebody's boyfriend. Okay. But husband, that's a whole different level. Okay. And then you were in her face like you were her friend, but really you were trying to get with her man because you saw those dollar signs too. That's what you come from. You come from Eddie Murphy. He had all the money, okay? All the coin. So then you could have found somebody else who had that type of coin too. And also, she was with Michael Strahan. He wasn't making enough money for her because what's the tea? What did LisaRaye's then husband have that Michael Strahan did not have? Okay? Like, come on, girl. Let's read the comments. Sukiana goes, I like Lisa. I haven't went through this situation, but I understand how she feels. And she's right to feel this way, in my opinion. No real friend will sleep with their man. It was never hard to believe they have the same aesthetic. When your mom says someone is not your friend, that is not your friend. So her mom even warned her, like, you need to watch out for that girl. You need to watch out for her. Like, what did her mom see in Nicole Murphy? What did she see in her? I wouldn't only blame my friend. Your man is also to blame. See, this is the thing. Who says LisaRaye is not blaming her man? Okay. How can you prove that she's not blaming her husband? She talks about her husband in this interview. Okay. She says a whole lot. She talks about Dwayne Martin visiting her ex-husband. She says a lot. Okay. She gives a whole lot of good tea. You guys have to watch that interview. But she's definitely owning that her ex-husband was no good. Okay. She definitely, you can't see, this is the thing, when people make comments and they don't know the whole story, they don't know the whole tea, honey, because she definitely ran him down in that interview. Everybody leave the dressing room, please. And I actually liked this comment because it definitely gives Diamond in the Players Club. You can't tell me it doesn't. The whole story. Somebody said, how long is Lisa going to talk about this? It's like consuming her. I mean, it's pretty traumatic. And Nicole Murphy is walking around like she didn't do anything. And then she also brings up something about Nicole Murphy and Leah Roshan's husband. Leah Roshan from Waiting to Exhale. She said something about Nicole Murphy and her man too. But see, I don't know all that tea. Here we go. I'll never forget her kissing Leela's husband. So yeah, Leela Roshan. It was some tea about that. So Nicole Murphy. Wow. What is going on? Why can't you find your own man? You are a beautiful woman, you know. Why can't you find your own rich man? And at this point, LisaRaye, I don't know too much about her ex-husband, but did he have coin too? Because, I mean, is there a pattern here? I mean, has this been done to you, Nicole Murphy? So you don't care about doing it to other women? What is the tea here? Because you can't go around acting like you're a good person and you've done this. That's what I'm saying. If it's not true, you need to speak up. You need to explain yourself. What's the tea? I am a believer that there's two sides to a story, but we need Nicole Murphy to speak up, um, and stand up for herself or say something. Because if you don't, you're guilty. Okay, guilty. All right, moving on to the next story. Let me know what you guys think about this tea with LisaRaye, and Nicole Murphy. She's definitely not a girl's girl. Like, do you have any real friends in real life? Because if I had a friend that did that, oh, I'm going to read her down. I'm going to tell her exactly how I feel. Like, wrong is wrong. Like, I can't even be friends with anybody like that. So she's probably surrounding herself with women like her, of course. But this is crazy. Moving on to the next tea. Let's see what I'm going to talk about. Keisha Cole. I wasn't going to talk about this, but let's play it. Okay, so they're playing a lot of the same clips, but the headline is people discuss Keisha Cole's emotional performance of I Remember. And they're trying to say that it's about her ex rapper Huncho, who is 25 years old. So there is a big age difference between him and Keisha Cole, because Keisha Cole is like in her early 40s. Somebody said Keisha Cole on stage broken down about Huncho. You can hear the heartbreak. Now, at first, I was confused as to what everybody was saying, because I'm like, it sounds like she's just singing. And, she's, I don't know, sound kind of winded. So I was kind of confused. No tea, no shade. I was just like, she's trying to keep up with the notes, of that song, I Remember. I couldn't really tell until I started looking at more videos online, and then I could kind of hear her voice cracking, I guess, trying to hold back her tears. But at first I was confused. I'm not going to hold you. I was confused. I was like, what is everybody talking about? I just don't know. Somebody else said, I know damn well Keisha Cole is not up here crying about, oh boy. Keisha Cole might as well give us another heartbreak hit for the winter. Damn, Keisha Cole, let me get that wig when you're done. Keisha Cole, a real R&B artist, up there performing her heartbreak music with tears in her eyes. That's R&B. But people are saying that she's crying about Hancho. Um, Somebody needs to remind Keisha Cole who she is. The knees are weak. Keisha Cole over there sick about that NIGGA next album. Keisha Cole can't be sad in her bag because she's older. That doesn't make sense. The internet is not real. Somebody said, Keisha Cole, stand the F up. Like, ain't no way he got you like this. Girl, no way. That Keisha Cole song Ben came out. I want my money back. If she wasn't acting heartbroken when singing that song, it may be about Huncho, but she been heartbroken before him too. Okay, so there's a whole lot of comments about this, you guys. I'm not gonna keep reading. I believe they do have matching tattoos, and somebody said that is a jinx. See, I don't believe in tatting anybody's name on me. That's one thing I would never do. I don't care how much in love I am, how crazy I am about you. I'm not tatting no dude's name on me, honey. No, ma'am. Somebody said S don't be about your age or one NIGGA. Some people love real hard and they tired of being hurt. So maybe there's a combination of things that she's crying. The worst thing is when you heart these people grammar, honey. It's the grammar. The worst thing is when you heartbroken and gotta go to work. I will never laugh at another woman's pain. Somebody said this song was for her mom. That's why she's crying. I don't. And then they're laughing. Somebody said, I don't get the laughing emoji. I'm confused. People are crazy on here. I don't know. But I always thought that I Remember was a love song. I remember when my heart broke. I remember, yeah, that gives me a love song. It doesn't give me that she's talking about her mother. So I'm confused by that. So, Miss Keisha Cole, let's start. Let me stir my tea really quickly. Let me stir it up. Hold on. Let me stir it up. Okay, let me stir it up. Keisha Cole was really popular in the early 2000s. I have two of her albums. Just Like You was constantly played on repeat, okay? When did she come out? Like 05? So she was like really hot between, I want to say like 05 to like 08. Keisha Cole was really popping. She had a lot of issues with her mom, Frankie, who passed away not too long ago. Rest in peace. She had her show on BET about her family life, and we really, connected with Keisha and her story. And she wanted to help her family out to the best of her ability, the best way she could, especially her mom, and just getting her siblings together. So it was very sad how, Frankie ended up passing away. They said due to a drug overdose. That's what I read. So that's very sad. She was raised by another woman that she considers her mom. But Frankie knew the woman that took Keisha in to raise her. So Keisha Cole has been through a lot. She was married to Boobie Gibson, who played for the NBA, Cleveland Cavaliers. Boobie Gibson. It was on Love and Hip Hop. And he seems to be a bit of a womanizer. And they divorced. I'm not sure why they divorced. I can't really speak on it, but I believe it has something to do with infidelity. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, but I believe it has something to do with infidelity. They didn't really quite say. We just kind of figured that out. Because Booby on Love and Hip Hop was very much giving cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. But allegedly, I'll say allegedly, they have a son together. Keisha Cole got with someone else after her marriage. She had another son by someone else who was way younger than her. And he was like, I believe in his 20s as well. And at that time, she was like in her late 30s. It was still an age difference. And they broke up. And now he was the father to her second son, her youngest son. But then they broke up. I don't know why. I wasn't really keeping up with the Keisha Cole tea. And then now she was dating Huncho recently. And they recently broke up. He's 25 years old. He's a rapper. Keisha. And she's had other relationships too. Like she's dated Antonio Brown, football player, notorious football player. We all know Antonio Brown, and we all know Antonio Brown is very out there. He's very wild. He's been with so many women. I seen his interview on Zeus, on the Aunties podcast. Yeah. With Tokyo Tony, Tia Kemp, and Blueface Mom, Carlisa. I just don't know. Keisha, you have a pattern. You have a pattern of choosing men, I feel, that don't have your best interests. Like, she seems like a good girl, and like all she wants is love. You know, she wants real love. Keisha Cole definitely gives me that. She wants real love. And I feel like she can be a good wife to somebody who deserves her. I feel like Keisha Cole is too old to not know. I feel like she's too old to be going through the same pattern. From Boobie Gibson to your second son's father, who you guys didn't work out for whatever reason. He was young too. To Huncho, Antonio Brown. You kind of have to take an assessment, Keisha, and look at your track record. When do you actually take the time to sit down and realize, yeah, these guys may be fun. They may be a vibe. They may be good in bed. You know, you may like that type of lifestyle of men who are a little bit on the wild side and edge and all that stuff, bad boys per se. But it's not working out for you, honey. It comes a point in time when we are in our 40s, late 30s, early 40s, when we are trying to really settle down. We don't have time for F-boys. Okay, we don't have time for that. That should be left back in your 20s. When you enter your 30s, it's a new era. It's definitely your 40s. Come on now. You're supposed to be in a new era, a new chapter where that bad boy don't really have his life together yet, not really trying to settle down. They're just a fun time. You should be over that, boo-boo. You've been there, you've done that. So she keeps having the same track record. So it kind of becomes hard to feel sorry for somebody who keeps doing the same thing. It's a broken record at this point. That right there is a broken record for Keisha Cole. She needs a new song called Broken Record, because this is a broken record. She keeps going to the same guys, the same type of men, young, who really, because let's be honest, when you're 25 years old, you do not have your life together. You don't. Very rare that you haven't even lived a lot of experiences. You know, in your 20s, you're still trying to find yourself. You're still in the discovery phase. You're still trying to figure out who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. You know, and Keisha Cole is a grown woman with 2 kids. I don't know. And Keisha Cole gives me that she's going through something. Like when I watch her, she doesn't seem like the Keisha Cole that we once knew, you know, like back in the day. Now, I know people grow and they change and things like that, but Keisha Cole gives me something is going on. Like there's something more going on with Keisha Cole. It's something more going on with Keisha Cole. I don't know. I can't exactly put a finger on it, but something is going on with Keisha Cole. Like when I watch her live videos or any interviews or anything like that, something is going on. Like I remember when she did the verses with Ashanti, her voice was not up to par. She just seemed like, I don't know, something else is going on. Like mentally and emotionally. You know, she does have a lot of pain and trauma. She's been through a lot. Okay, so once again, I feel like Keisha Cole needs to be single and figure out some things. Where she keep going wrong at. Maybe she needs some therapy. I don't know. But she needs to figure some things out before jumping back into another relationship. She's too old for this. And then you're crying on stage about Huncho. Like, I really hate to say, is she really crying about Huncho or... Because it's cringy. He's a little boy compared to you. Now, I know some people say age ain't nothing but a number, but it still has a lot to do with things because the mentality is different. I don't care that a 25-year-old and a 40-something-year-old, first of all, you're 2 different generations. Second of all, I don't care how mature they come off. They're still 25. And you're still 40-something. So you're going to have, you had a different upbringing, different generation, everything. So the 25 in that person, I don't care how mature they try to come off, is going to come out. Your differences are going to come out. And Keisha Cole, you move too fast. You move too fast. You fall in love. You see hearts very quickly. You give heart eyes very quickly. And then you just move too fast. And then boom, here we are again. That should be another song. Here we are again. Because, honey, it's just not a good look. Not a good look. All right, moving on. Let me know what you guys think about this Keisha Cole messy tea in the comments. Moving on. I wasn't going to even talk about that because I'm just so over it. But I decided to talk about it. Let's see. Oh yeah, Soulja Boy. Let's see what this fool is talking about. So before I play it, it said, "Ooh, Soulja Boy responds to Plies." I knew he was going to respond. It was only a matter of time that he was going to respond to Plies. I just knew it. I knew he was going to get on this internet and be Soulja Boy. You know, he gives Soulja Boy all day and get on this internet and go off. That's what Soulja Boy does, okay? He responds to the lawsuit copyright infringement. Pretty Boy Swag is not your beat. Sit your broke ass down. So you want to wait 10 years to try and sue an NIGGA over a beat? All right, so let's hear him out.
And you know Plies on you. Plies. If you don't sit your broke ass down somewhere, nigga, what the fuck wrong with your cheap ass, nigga? Pretty Boy Swag is not your beat, nigga. So you wanna wait 10 years to try to sue a nigga for a beat. That is not your beat, crazy man. What the fuck is wrong with you, Plies? Need to change your name to Lies, cause you a motherfucking lie, nigga. You know that ain't your motherfucking beat, broke ass nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? You should have just said, hey, bro, I'm broke. Let me hold something. You Plies, you don't sit your bald-headed ass down somewhere, nigga. Your motherfucking hairline in the middle of your head, nigga. Fuck out of here. That beat is all original music. You only can sue somebody if they sample your song and don't get it cleared. That is not a sample, broke ass nigga. Sit your broke ass down somewhere, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? You know how much blood they talking about something. I put into Pretty Boy Swag, nigga. You trying to come and claim my shit, nigga? Them shit don't sound nothing alike, nigga. The fuck wrong with you? That is not a sample, nigga. That's all of your shit go do 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 do. My shit go do 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 do. Pretty boy. That don't sound nothing alike, man. Sit your crazy ass down somewhere, broke ass nigga. Stop playing, nigga. Mad cause I'm up. Nigga see me perform at the BET Awards. That was the last straw. Nigga, I woke up to the next day to a lawsuit. Cheap ass nigga, stop reaching, nigga. Go live right now and show me a mansion. Show me a mansion, show me some foreign whips. Show me, nigga, show me $1 million cash. And I'm gonna get off your ass. Until then, nigga, you broke, nigga. What you police ass nigga, that's some police shit. You try to sue a nigga? I thought you was a gangster. I thought you was a goon. Ain't you the nigga that used to wear the goon chain with a ski mask on it? I thought you was a real gangster, real goon, nigga. You could've came and got I put into Pretty Boy Swag, nigga.
I keep a couple killers round me when I move, cause I don't really fuck with
Keep fight, kill.
Soulja, 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 Soulja.
I really do. You won't rob me, but I might rob me. So when you see
My Dougie, my Dougie, my Dougie, Dougie, my Dougie.
All right, so what do you guys think about this Soulja Boy tea, honey? Soulja Boy has a lot to say about Plies' copyright lawsuit. So let me just go back to the first slide. I'm just gonna play the song for you guys.
Put into they talk.
So you guys can actually hear what Plies is talking about. So first of all, let's talk about Soulja Boy though. Now we all know Soulja Boy is unhinged. He comes on the internet and he does not give any Fs. And you know, he is the king of going off on people, okay? He definitely can go off on people without any remorse at all. So he calls Plies broke. Now the song Pretty Boy Swag came out in 2010. Around that time, I'm pretty sure it was about around 2010. So that is over 10 years ago. It's over 10 years ago. So he said, you want to wait 10 years to try to sue me over a beat. So Plies, we do need a response from you as to why now, because that is very old. Like Pretty Boy Swag is years ago, 2010. Really? That is actually 14 years ago. Like that is crazy. So why are you choosing to sue now? Now, if it is a copyright infringement, and he does have a case, why didn't you think of that back then? If I have a beat in a popular song and somebody takes my beat and I even think that they're taking my beat and I may have a case after consulting with a lawyer, I'm going to pursue that case right then and there. I'm not going to wait 10 years later, or 14 years later. Honey, you're going to run me my coin now. So Plies is not wrong for wanting his coins if he feels like somebody is taking his beat and they're not paying him for it. Okay, he's not wrong in that. But the thing is, that makes it a little like side eye action. It's giving side eye action because why 10 years later? He needs to explain this. Why are you coming after somebody after 10 years? So Soulja Boy, I kind of feel him when he say, "Are you broke?" He said, "Show me your mansion, show me this and that," because it's giving that you need a coin for whatever reason. Because you can't tell me that you just realized, because Pretty Boy Swag was a pretty popular song. I mean, I got a lot of Soulja Boy records on my playlist. Okay, I'm not gonna hold you. He's crazy has all can get out, but I have a lot of his records on my playlist to this day. Soulja Boy has some hits. I'm not gonna hold you, but Pretty Boy Swag was one of my favorite songs. Okay, so I'm not understanding Plies. Can somebody else? Do you guys know, or maybe have a better idea as to why he's just coming after Soulja Boy after 10 years? Because like I said, I don't miss a coin, honey. If I see a coin and if somebody's stealing from me, because one thing about me, I can't stand when somebody steals anything from me, copy me in any type of way. So I would have been after those coins immediately. And Pretty Boy Swag was a pretty big hit. And you can't tell me that you just finding this out, sir.
It's a Pretty Boy.
The beat to Me and My Goons, it does kind of sound similar. It kind of does. But I'm not an expert in dissecting beats and songs and all of that. You know, I leave that to the professionals. But at a glance to the ear, it does kind of sound a little bit similar. But to me, in all honesty, there's a lot of songs that are similar. Okay, there's a lot of songs, a lot of different beats that are similar, but it's not the quite exact beat. You know what I'm saying? So even though it may sound similar to the ear, it's still not the quite exact same. So, like Soulja Boy was saying, his is a little bit different. You know, I don't know. But he may have a case. He may. But 10 years later, bro. So the Glorilla and Meg the Stallion. Now, came out, Wannabe came out in 2024. So I get that. If that is similar, then that makes more sense. But Pretty Boy Swag. So did you just decide? So when you heard Wannabe, Glorilla and Meg, and you said, "Oh, that's similar to my stuff. That's similar to Me and My Goons." So did you just go down a rabbit hole, or did somebody else tell you or familiarize you with these other beats? I just don't understand because, like I said, there's no justification for it. Pretty Boy Swag was a popular hit, so how could you not know that? And it came out after Me and My Goons, so I don't know. I understand the Wannabe in 2024 with Glorilla and Meg if it's similar, but how did Pretty Boy Swag catch a stray after, 14 years? Let's be for real here. Let's go into the comments. Somebody said he is hilarious. Why is he the only one that doesn't annoy us but makes us laugh on his rants? He is always going on a rant. and unhinged rant. Okay, he's always unhinged and ranting and screaming and yelling and all kinds of ruckus. So basically, bruh, who made my Dougie can supply Soulja Boy and Glow. No, because he is credited on their song, but he can supplies. He spoke about this on the Breakfast Club. Soulja and Glow paid to sample it. I don't think Plies did. So this may be a little twisted tea, okay? Yo ass go do 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 do, and my shit go do do do. You know, but it still may be a little bit of a difference. I'm just saying, I can't. I will never skip a Soulja Boy rant. He definitely be on his rants. I ain't heard nobody call somebody bald headed since elementary. So what we not going to do is disrespect Plies, but Plies needs to come out with why now after 14 years that you're suing somebody. I mean, what is going on? Did somebody piss you off? What's the tea? You know, somebody said the same thing I said. He said 10 years later, my boy, that's damn near 15. Period. I mean, what you guys think about this tea? You think he has a case? What you guys think? Plies has not said anything since coming out and announcing that he's suing all the people he wants to sue. So that's it. I'm pretty sure if he wins, he's going to be back online saying, I told you so. Ooh-wee. I don't know, y'all. All right, so next tea. Let's see. See what I want to talk about. Let's see. I kind of want to talk about Tyrese. Let's talk about Tyrese. It's crazy self.
And already, I ain't giving you shit. Just like I fought to earn life, I'm gonna fight to keep it. Not giving it away to nobody. Ain't nobody gonna take this. I'm gonna shoot, stab, and kill over mine. And I'm gonna protect this bottom line at all cost. I've earned it, and I'm gonna protect it. I'm gonna protect it as hard as I've earned it. That goes for all my homies, anybody in my family, anybody I ever marry again. If you think I'm about to just give it to you after I worked this hard to get it, you definitely got me confused. You definitely got the wrong one. And with that being said, God is the greatest.
Wow.
God is the greatest.
Okay. Well, we'll continue.
I'm gonna end this video.
Oh boy.
I'm reminding y'all of the fire. The fire that burns in my stomach. The fire and the desire to get it. God bless you. Baby mama number 1 and 2.
All right, you guys. Tyrese. Okay, we talked about him last time on my last live last week. Go back and check that live out. Um, and check out all my lives. Go check out all my videos. Okay, and also please like and subscribe and comment. Okay, because that lets YouTube know that you guys like this type of content, and other tea sippers like you can come on over here and grow our channel. Okay. But anywho, Tyrese, like I was saying last week, Tyrese, something is going on. Okay, he's going through some emotional, mental issues as well. I don't know exactly what the diagnoses are. I don't know if he has any. I don't know anything. This is how I feel. This is my opinion. I'm not diagnosing him or anything like that. I just feel like there's something going on. Something is off. Oh my gosh, where do I start? So Tyrese tells his ex-wife number 1 and 2, had you just heard it, he will SHOOTSTAB and KILL to protect his wealth by any means necessary. To me, that is very threatening. I'm sorry. That is very threatening. He said he will keep his and protect his wealth by any means necessary. I feel like he's been going down a rabbit hole ever since he had to pay out all this money to his ex-wife. He's just been losing it. He's been on a downward spiral. Okay. I feel like he's losing his marbles because he's spewing out so much money. See, this is why you get prenups. Now, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they didn't have a prenup because he wouldn't be spilling out all this money if he did. So this is why people need to stop being I'm so in love with you, and you have you're Tyrese. You know what I'm saying? You have coins. So my whole thing is, either way, if it's the woman or the man, there needs to be some type of prenup. And then you wouldn't be in this mess. It's hard for me to feel sorry for people if you don't do the prenup and take care of your business. And then you're crying online and you keep talking about the same thing to us. What can we do about it, Tyrese? Why are you telling us? You didn't protect your own assets. Okay, so why are you coming online constantly talking about the ex-wife? Okay? So let's read it. He said, I'm willing to, like I said, SHOOTSTAB and KILL over mine. He said in an Instagram video when speaking about protecting his assets in their ongoing fights for increased custody. What does that mean? To me, that is threatening. Hello? I mean, somebody said, I know his lawyer turned in his 2 weeks notice today. And I just like that comment because, come on now. Really? I feel like he's going a little stir crazy. And when there's money involved, lots of it, and it's coming out of your check or whatever, monthly, people get a little crazy. And he is really showing it. We're seeing it in live action. Okay? Live action. We're seeing it in real time. This man is not okay. But then he keeps crying to us and having a whole meltdown before our eyes because that's what it's giving to me. But he didn't protect his own assets because where's the prenup? Okay, where's the prenup? And then he starts talking about God, but in the same breath, you're talking about SSKILL somebody. That's why I said I just cannot. I cannot. You're talking about God in the same breath? after what you just said was diabolical. Okay. Diabolical. Because it's just not mathing. It's not adding up, Tyrese. He needs to get off social media. Like I said in my last video, he needs to get off of social media. He needs to get the help that he needs. Because coming on social media is not helping you. Because over here, we think something ain't right. And we're going to let you know in the comments. We're going to let you know. So why do you keep coming on social media with this business? What are you trying to prove? He's showing the fireplace. He's all over, talking about this, talking about that. He's not even staying on topic. That's how you know when something is wrong. Something is wrong. He went from one thing to another in a matter of seconds. That's how you know something is not right. Look how he's looking. He's sitting there looking like a whole gangster, like he's up to something. Just look at him. Look at his face. He's just sitting there like he's been thinking and pressed the live button. And why are you letting us know this? Man. Wow. Sounds like threats. He'll be back in court shaking my head. And then he's going to come online crying about that. But you said this, sir. Screaming. He stays in character. I just can't. Does Tyrese have any really close friends? That's who he should be telling, not online. That's what I just said. Like, why are you here? Because a lot of people online do not agree with your antics. We think something is wrong with you. We're concerned for you, sir. This is not a good look. I'm telling you. And I'm going to do a whole live about this. A lot of people on social media, these celebrities, they are losing their marbles before our eyes. He's not the only one. He's not the only one. They tell you clear as day, you better listen, huh? But if you say some stuff like this online, if something happens to her, they're going to come for Tyrese. The cops are going to be at his door. So then what? And it may not even be Tyrese. She may just anything. You know what I'm saying? But you can't make stuff up. You can't say stuff like that. And for you to say it out loud, that further gives me indication that, once again, something is off. Something's wrong. Because why would you say that out loud? And then you talk about God like God. Let's not even get into that because it's just going to really piss me off. It's not funny. He seriously needs help. Where are his friends? He needs so much help. Tyrese, it hurts, but let it go. Yes, it hurts. He's having a hard time dealing with that. So he clearly needs to see a therapist or a pastor or something. He's unhinged. He needs a psych consult 10 years ago. I mean, he's been acting out for quite a while. Here he goes again. And this is not the last time. And if he wants to keep that lifestyle, maybe instead of being so prideful, how about you downsize? It's okay to downsize. People do it every day. It's okay to downsize. Because if you want to keep the same lifestyle and you don't have a prenup and this and that, she's taking all of your coin, something has to give. Unless you're going to keep living beyond your means. Because it's giving, if he wasn't living behind his means and he was okay, even with her getting the amount she's getting, he wouldn't be online telling us about it every freaking week. It feels like. Get your life together. Okay? These are rich people problems that we really don't care about. And you didn't protect your own self, so why should we care? Moving on. Let me know what you guys think about Tyrese. I'll be doing a whole live about these celebrities and their craziness. Period. All right, so let's see who we have next on the docket. Who we have next in our tea brew? Ooh, let's see. I don't want to skip anything. I think this will be the last one. I think Katt Williams will be the last thing I'll do tonight. So let's take a look at Katt Williams. He is always trending. Katt Williams says if he is at a Diddy party, he's only there to tell. Admits he set out to KILL the careers of everyone he dragged in a Shannon Sharpe's interview earlier this year, back in January. Claims SNL doesn't FUCK with him because they haven't invited him on, but keep using a woman to imitate him. Okay, it means they think I'm a bitch. And you know Katt Williams does not hold back. He says exactly how he feels, honey. And quiet has his cap. Katt Williams, you know, he be on to some things. So we can't just automatically just dismiss this guy and say whatever. Because Katt Williams be spilling some real tea. Okay, some real tea. I'm talking about that raw, authentic tea. So let's get into it. Let's hear him out.
So I can never be the establishment. You know what I mean? Like, even if I'm at the Diddy party, I'm there to tell. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm there to see who the fuck is in here and what do y'all get from being in here. So nobody likes to have me around. I'm there for bad intentions.
I want to bring up, I have a bunch of clips from your stand-up, but since you brought that up, I'll go with that direction first. So
don't blame me.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm just following your lead. So
don't follow my lead.
So specifically, you told us that was going to be your role in our culture from way back in Pimp Chronicles. Can you play clip number 6?
They be having these big-ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a...
I'm anti-establishment, so I can never be the establishment. You know what I mean? Like,
separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking in all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit.
So that's what you're talking about?
No. And look, this is what the people that love me are gonna love. Like, even in the situations where I'm in those situations, like, for example, this one. Like, this doesn't happen at Diddy's house. This is at somebody else's house, right? So it's like 11 o'clock, noon. This party gonna be at 8, 9 o'clock. You follow what I'm saying? So I'm there throughout the day.
Separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn.
I know this is just a regular house. Like, there's nothing special to this house. And then the specialness happens, and I'm there. And I know I gotta leave, but I ain't gotta leave before I see who comes. Because that's my job as a reporter to the people. And I said, coming in, that that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna be an unbiased reporter. I know this is just a regular house. Like, there has never been a person.
Okay, so let's talk about what he said about Diddy first, because there's two parts to this. So Katt Williams speaks on Diddy. He says that if he's at a Diddy party, he's only there to tell. A lot of people don't like to see him there. And he's observing and pretty much trying to see who's going in and out of parties, not only at Diddy's house, but there's other celebrities' houses that he was talking about. Like the brief clip that they just showed with him at his comedy special with the green velvet jacket on. He talked about we could have. I mean, it sounds like he was talking about Diddy, but at the time we didn't know who he was talking about at all. I remember when that first came out, we thought that it was just a joke. We didn't know that this was like a real story or something that he's really experienced. But obviously, these are real experiences. And he says that wasn't even about Diddy. He was talking about somebody else. I feel like back then, I don't believe that celebrities really knew what Katt Williams was capable of. I just don't think that they knew that, because I feel like if they did, he wouldn't even be at any type of party. You know, there's NDAs. They want you to leave your phones, at the door or in your car or whatever. You can't even have cameras or cell phones or any type of devices a lot of times at these parties. So I don't believe that they felt that Katt Williams was this sponge and take in everything, and his memory is impeccable. Like, he's an elephant with his memory. So he soaks up everything. And then now, years later, he's spilling everything that he has bottled up inside his head, and he's exposing people. Okay, he did not come to play. In 2024, the year of exposure. Okay. And he's still talking. It's not done. And I'm pretty sure he's going to continue. Okay. Because it's out and about now. But back then, I truly feel like no one knew that about Katt Williams. But he said he was only there to tell. But the thing is, with Katt Williams, you were invited to these parties, obviously. And you said you wanted to know what was going on. But you didn't come out until years later with the tea. So you didn't come out back then. So were you like building this up? Like, were you waiting for the right time to spill on these people, or to see if they did you any type of wrong? And then maybe you put everybody on blast after a mad day? Like, were you waiting? Because that's what it's giving. That's what it sounds like. What happened. Let me know what you guys think about it. Maybe you guys have a different take. But we need to know what other person were you talking about? Okay, can you give that tea too? Because we need to know all the tea. But maybe that person hasn't wronged him yet. I don't know. I'm just saying, allegedly. But it gives that no one knew you were the mole, or you could be capable of being a mole. They obviously felt comfortable with you if you were there. So I don't know. And it also says in the caption, he set out to KILL the careers of everyone he's dragged. So like I said, Katt Williams has been having a lot of this bottled up inside. Okay, and it just erupted like a volcano in that Shannon Sharp interview. It erupted. So I'm just reading the caption. He maintains his underground status wherever he is. Yeah, they didn't know that Katt Williams was like this. So now, he has everybody shaking in their boots and shook after that Shannon Sharp interview. Because he came out years later with all of this tea on a lot of people. So something erupted in Katt Williams. The motivation behind it, we don't know. We could care less. But, you know, we're in the culture, we're in the day and age where everybody is getting exposed out here in these streets. Nobody is safe. And I'm pretty sure Katt Williams will not be getting invited anymore to any parties, anywhere. So we may not hear a whole lot of tea from him for a long time, if ever. All right, so let's get into what he has to say about SNL.
A person that has been parodied 9 times on Saturday Night Live and yet never been invited other than me. So I, at this point, take it as a badge of honor that they don't fuck with me.
In general, what do you think of impressions of you? Is there an impression of you that you like?
A lot of times when people are doing an impression of you, they're really showing you how they feel about you. You know what I mean? So for Saturday Night Live to have an impression of me and have a woman do that means they think I'm a bitch. And I understand that that's what they're saying when they do that, you know? So, yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. I understand how the game goes, and I understand that if you love me, I know why you do. There has never been a person that has been parodied, and if you don't fuck with me, I understand why. My job is to be worthy. And if you don't fuck with me, I understand why. My job is to be worthy.
Okay, so then they're showing the woman who portrayed him on SNL. Her name's Ego. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Somebody said, just give her an Emmy now. Okay, so let's see. It says Shannon Sharp made more money from viral Katt Williams interview than he ever earned in an NFL season. That is crazy. Cedric the Entertainer explains why he didn't appreciate Katt Williams claiming he stole his joke. But did you steal the joke, Cedric? Did you do it? Is the suspect guilty? Okay. What you mean you didn't appreciate? Of course you don't appreciate it. But did you do it? Is the question. Kevin Hart on Katt Williams saying he took his movie roles. I hope he gets all that he needs. Oh, wow. Okay, Kevin Hart. That's all you got? I hope he gets all that he needs. Wow, that is very shady. Very nice, nasty way of putting it. I didn't know this thread was so long. Michael Blackson addresses Katt Williams again. mentions his previous arrest and alleges he's an addict. Michael Blackson has a lot of nerve to talk about anyone. And I remember during the pandemic, all he did was go online and go live with other girls twerking and showing their ASSs and just demeaning women. Okay? Downgrading women. All women are to him is an object, a sexual object. And you want to talk about somebody who's an addict, sir. And then he was on that show, I remember, on VH1 about couple therapy or something like that. And he had infidelity issues and he didn't want to be just with the woman that he was with, you know. So why is that? You can't talk about someone else's tea and allege someone else's has stuff going on when you have stuff going on too, when your closet is not clean. Period. I've lost a lot of respect for Michael Blackson due to his behaviors online alone. See, you can't try to spill someone's tea when they spill their own tea. Katt Williams has talked about his previous arrests. I mean, in the infamous interview he did with Wanda, you know, she tried to call him out too. You can't spill some tea when somebody is willing to spill their own tea without any problem. And said he's an addict, but you have to prove it. A lot of you guys are addicts in different ways. So what's the tea? What you're trying to say, Michael Blackson? Next. Okay, I guess that's it. Oh, Dave Chappelle slams Katt Williams interview. He only after black men. Is that right? He didn't say anything about these white boys. Here we go, trying to make it a race issue. See, this is when we get off the subject, has a deflection. Because now I remember correctly in the interview, he said Katt Williams said that he did idolize, and he didn't really say idolize, but he had a lot of white comedians that he looked up to. But maybe, have we thought about that? Maybe he just didn't have those experiences with them doing anything wrong to him. You know, maybe he's had these experiences with only black men and comedians. You can't say maybe he didn't have anything, you know, any shady dealings with the white boys. You can't speak on nothing that's never happened. And it just happened that they're black. You know, we need to start making everything a race issue. It's always well, they wouldn't do this if they, you know, what about the white this, the white that? And, you know, we got to stop doing that. Focus on the topic at hand. Because Katt Williams gives, if it was anybody white that did him wrong, I feel like he wouldn't hold back. I feel like he really wouldn't hold back on them. I feel like he held back a lot of years on what he said in that interview. He held it back for years. So I really feel like if it was white, anybody white that did him wrong, I feel like he would have came out with that probably a long time ago. But you got to think, back in the day, social media wasn't a thing when Katt Williams first came out either. So would he have had anywhere to vent to or put it out on like a any type of platform besides television news? So I'm just saying, I feel like if we had social media back then and if somebody white did him wrong, I feel like he would have definitely outed them as well. Back then and now. I feel like it doesn't matter. I feel like with the white people, he would have been came out. I feel like he's been trying to give these other Black comedians grace. He held back a lot for many years. I don't know why he's erupted now. I don't know what the cause of that is, but it's definitely a cause and an effect. It's something that led to something. So I feel like we just need to leave race out of it. And Dave Chappelle, let's not even go down that rabbit hole. Because you have controversial topics all the time. All the time. And we could easily say, well, you didn't call these people out or you didn't call these people out, So once again, people need to stop saying stuff if their closet is not squeaky clean. Or you're a contradiction. Or a hypocrite. So, laughing my A off, Katt Williams fires back at Ludacris with a freestyle of his own. Kevin Hart addresses Katt Williams. Viral interview again. You don't entertain a circus, you watch it. Of course, but you didn't want to entertain responding because a lot of it you didn't want to touch because probably allegedly that there's some truth. And you didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, Kevin Hart. Now, did you? You didn't want to mess with Katt Williams. You didn't want to go to toe-to-toe with him. And then you want to call him a circus. Why are you calling him a circus, Kevin? Because quite frankly, you're a circus too. Look at everything that's been in social media about you and your marriage, threesomes, alleged threesomes, and all kinds of stuff. I remember your assistant. What was she, an assistant manager or something? That was working with him. She went on Tasha K and spilled all the tea, honey. All the tea. But we're not over here calling you a circus. Hot mess. But you're a circus too. You always try to cover up for people. You try to cover it for Tiffany Haddish. You always trying to cover up. And you don't, but Katt Williams is exposing all of you. He's not holding back. You don't want to entertain it. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole. You don't want to get too deep into it. Because you don't want to complicate things. And a lot of times if you're guilty, why would you? You just want things to quiet down and stay quiet. And move over. It'll surpass. And so you can keep making money in Hollywood. So, Cedric the Entertainer on Katt Williams' controversial comments about him. I am who I am. What does that mean? What is that given? I am who I am. He says you're a thief, sir. You stole his joke. So is that who you are? Mike Epps fires back at backlash after accusing Katt Williams of wearing a fake Fendi jacket. It's marketing, dummies. I put all these MFs on. Once again, I remember this. And I always say, stay on topic. Do not let people distract you from the real topic at hand because it's only a deflection. I remember when he said to say, what out of everything he said, you're talking about a fake Fendi jacket? So what if it's fake or real? We don't care. What does that have to do with anything? A lot of you guys are wearing fake designer labels, but quite honestly, we don't care. I feel like Mike Epps, when he came out with whatever he was saying, spewing out of his mouth, he just wanted to be relevant because Katt Williams never said anything about him. And he did not have Katt Williams back at all. I feel like he was a big hater. And he wishes that was him. He wishes that that was him on that Shannon Sharp couch getting the viral moment that Katt Williams got. It only helped Katt Williams' career. He was selling out everywhere during his comedy specials. He was selling out everywhere. It only helped him. And I feel like Mike Epps was a big hater. But you're talking about Fendi jackets. Oh. Okay. That's a big deflection. Let's talk about what Katt Williams was talking about. Speak on that. Speak on that, T. Make some real sense. And a lot of things that Mike Epps said, he was just being a hater. He was drinking his haterade. Like he was mad. But it came off as being jealous. And he's friends with a lot of these people. So they run in the same circles. A lot of them. And Katt Williams is the oddball out. And he don't care. He's unapologetically talking about his experiences with these people. No one had a real comeback. Nobody stood on business with Katt Williams. Nobody went toe-to-toe with him. Period. Nobody said anything of substance. Katt Williams seemingly alleges Chris Tucker is on the Epstein list while speaking on the possibility of another Friday movie. Chris Tucker, you're so likable and we like you. We really hope that you weren't doing any shady business. But will we be surprised? No, not at this point. We will not be surprised. We'll talk about it. But we will not be surprised at this point. Because why are you on the list? Why does your name have anything to do with this? You were like in a Friday movie, Rush Hour. It's giving. I mean, I understand, Chris Tucker is iconic in his own right. But it's not giving like you would be in places where Epstein is hanging out. Like, why are you even involved in this? How did your name get on the list? How are you even associated with him? What is going on? Katt Williams slams Cedric the Entertainer for stolen joke. You're going to be missing a tooth or two. See, the thing is, You can't get on the line saying stuff like that. Now, I'm a Katt Williams fan, but you can't say stuff like this. You can't. If he stole the joke, do what Plies did. I mean, when did he steal the joke? How long ago was it? I don't know. But Plies don't care about that. He said, I'm suing you 14 years later. But you don't go online making threats and stuff like that. You know, you just don't do it. Handle it like Plies is. Okay? And keep it moving. And going back to the SNL skit, I don't think that makes him a bitch because a woman is imitating him. And he does have a point about how come he's never been invited to SNL, but you want to imitate me. That means you know of me. Because it can't be that I'm not popular in white mainstream media because you know of me. You have someone doing a skit on me, so you know of me. So I am known enough in the comedy world to where you're imitating me on SNL. So why you won't get an invite, SNL? Like, what's the tea? What's really going on? Are you guys scared? He should have been on SNL, honestly. Because at first I was thinking maybe he wasn't, you know, white mainstream famous. Because he hasn't really he does majority black films. And most people that black comedians that make it to SNL, like Kevin Hart, for example, they get a break into white Hollywood, which is, you know, mainstream, makes them, for whatever reason, A-listers per se. It puts them on the map. They go beyond black Hollywood. And they start getting, we can do a whole live about this too. They start getting those bigger checks, bigger coins once they go more mainstream, which is white Hollywood. So for a minute, I thought, well, maybe because he's not really popular in white Hollywood, maybe that was the reason. But it can't be because you guys are imitating him. But then again, that particular clip came after he did the interview with Shannon Sharp. So, have they ever imitated him before? I'm not sure. I can't really stamp that and say they didn't, but I don't think so. I'm just going to say that. So, but I don't think that makes him a bitch because they have a female imitating him. I feel like maybe she was the best fit for that particular skit. Because, you know, he is little. His voice is a little keen. So they probably felt a female would just be best for that skit. I don't feel like that makes him a bitch though. I just feel like that's far-fetched. I don't agree with that. But I do feel like he should get an invite, because why do you have to be in white Hollywood, mainstream, famous, or whatever to go on SNL? So, as a comedian and an actor and singers, I know they've had, you know, famous black singers all the time, but their music is mainstream. It's not only being played on Black radio. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this. So I want to wrap this up for tonight. I enjoyed talking about all these different topics with you guys. If you watched it, this whole video to the end, I need for you to put the green tea and the side eye emojis in the comments. That lets me know that you guys have made it to the end. And I thank you and appreciate you so much for listening. Once again, please subscribe, like, and comment on the different topics that we went over tonight. Also, that helps our algorithm. Once again, it lets YouTube know to send this out to other tea sippers like us so we can grow our channel and become bigger and badder. Okay? So please, please, please subscribe, like, and share and comment. Do all these things to increase our algorithm. Press that thumbs up, 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 up. All right. So we're going to wrap this up. Also, I'm going to do another live about reality TV. I'm going to go over Baddies, Midwest, Jocelyn's Cabaret, and also Real Housewives of Potomac. And Orange County is over, so I won't do Orange County this season. But I do watch Orange County. It's so good. But I'm going to go over, once again, Baddies Midwest. I know I have a lot of Baddies fans on here. Also, Jocelyn's Cabaret, Texas, and Real Housewives of Potomac. And also, if there's any other reality TV shows or movies or hot topics that you guys want me to go over, just let me know. Drop it in the comments. Beauty and Black, I'll be going back over that when that comes back on for season 2. We'll be talking about that, discussing it. Also, Ruthless, and also some more shows. Queen, All the Queen's Men. I'm going to go over that one. We could talk about that. So we're going to be getting into a lot of different tea. A lot of different flavors of tea includes pop culture, celebrity trending topics, music, movies, and anything in between. Like I said, we have all flavors of tea over here. But until next time, people, be blessed and stay safe. And good night. Talk to you guys later. Bye.